I feel very positive about endorsing Measure 80. I'll start with where I represent. I represent South Jackson County, everything from the Green Springs through Ashland, Talent, Phoenix, into Jacksonville, into the Applegate Valley. I'm the House Democratic co-chair of the Ways and Means Committee, which is the budget committee in the state. And I have favored legalization for many years. I think prohibition has not worked. We've had decades of evidence that says prohibition does not work, and it's counterproductive. But what really spurs me on now is having spent the last 3 or 4 years on the budget committee, signing my names to budgets that cut education for our kids, that cut health care for seniors, that make our communities less safe by cutting back public safety programs. I can't in good conscience continue to do that work of trying to rebalance the state budget through cuts when I know there is a source of revenue that is reasonable, that is rational, it's the right policy choice, and it's the right economic choice for our state, and that's the legalization of marijuana and the legalization of industrial hemp. And I'm not sure if all of you followed this, but in 2009, the legislature passed a bill confirming that the state of Oregon's policy is to have legalized industrial hemp in our state. The federal government still says we cannot grow it. But we've passed legislation on industrial hemp that as soon as the federal government comes to a rational decision on that and allows the production of industrial hemp, our state will be ready to move into production of industrial hemp. And that proposal, just so you know, passed almost unanimously, Republican and Democratic, urban and rural. In fact, the representatives and the senators from Eastern Oregon were some of the most enthusiastic backers of having industrial hemp as a crop for our state because it just makes sense. It makes economic sense for jobs in their community. It makes economic sense for the state. So we will get there on industrial hemp, and we are going to get there on legalization. I can liken this to the effort through the initiative system of when women got the right to vote. Oregon was the first state to put that on the ballot and have it passed by our people. It took 3 times to get on the ballot, 3 times on the ballot to finally pass and become the law of the state of Oregon. This effort has been building, and we have people here who have worked on it for many, many years, has been building for many years. We're at a point now, we're making a major leap forward by having this on the ballot for the voters of Oregon to give their view on. They will render their verdict next Tuesday. We'll know what it is. And if it passes, which I sincerely hope it does, we'll work with it to make it work. We'll keep putting pressure on the feds to make sure that becomes the law for the state of Oregon and hopefully influence the rest of the country. It's on the ballot in Washington. It's on the ballot in Colorado as well. We will watch how those elections turn out as well, and we'll build off what happens here on Tuesday no matter what. But I just wanted to be here today to again express my strong support for legalization, my strong support for industrial hemp as well, my strong support for ending prohibition, having rational drug policies in the state of Oregon and the United States of America to move in a totally different direction. And the last issue I'll touch on is the one that Lori, I think, called the press conference here today to emphasize as well, is expansion of the medical marijuana program to include post-traumatic stress. And that to me is a reasonable and again totally vital step for the state to take. We have people in the state right now. Oregon can and should be a leader in the research of how marijuana impacts ailments across the board. We have the growers here, we have the medical community here, and we obviously have the people in need here. We should put that together. Put the people who are suffering ailments together, the people doing research on marijuana and the growers, and come up with the data so we can say with great confidence that someone who is suffering from PTSD with this strain of marijuana or that strain of marijuana can expect certain results. Someone with chronic pain with this strain of marijuana or that strain of marijuana used in this way can expect this results. The medical marijuana program, in my view, needs to be professionalized, and we need to make sure that it's having the best possible outcomes for the patients who are on it. And with that, I will just turn it over to you.